Hey everybody, Jamie here, no Mac Rev. Just trying out this spot for live streaming. See how it works. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Saturday. Been doing a little bit of work on the van today and wanted to try this new spot for live streaming. If you are here and you can see this, let me know in the comments below. I don't know how good my Wi-Fi connection is, but hopefully it's good. Hope you guys are doing awesome. See if I can pull it up on my phone too. It says I have at least one person watching. Who's there? Say hello. Introduce yourself. Don't be shy. Now, according to this on my phone, my connection's not great. It's a beautiful day here in Minnesota. It is currently, let's see, 55 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 57, so we're almost there already. And it's sunny. Thankfully, we've had a lot of cloudy days. It's been feeling a lot more like Seattle. A little bit of wind, but yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well. So when I look at the screen, it looks like the live stream's doing pretty good, but all right. So now I have it pulled up on my phone just to check it out. And the screen or the video quality seems pretty good. So give a few minutes for people to join us. I'm looking at my dog. Those of you who've followed my channel for a while, you know I have a black lab. He's pretty old. I've got him outside, and even though it's only 55, he's over there panting like it's hot. Bailey! He wants to come in here, but there's not much room, and he'd be all over everything. So, anyways, just wanted to test this out and let you guys know that I have been doing some experimenting with my Jackery 300. So far, what I've done is just tested a bunch of devices on it, and depending on the device, um, it works pretty well. There's a couple of things that I was hoping wouldn't draw as much energy. One of them being a fan that I have, and I was surprised at how much it drew. Um, but that's okay, because the main things would be just trying to keep stuff charged. The thing I do like about it is you can charge it while you're driving, which is nice. I just did the first chat, I think. These are my favorite of all time. Bubbly, and not just any bubbly, but cherry bubbly. Ooh, it's a quiet day. Maybe it's because it's 1:30 on a Saturday. Maybe there's not a lot of people here. It says there's a couple people watching, but you're just being quiet apparently. Anyways, so sleeping in the van has been awesome. The weather's absolutely perfect. Highs of right around 60 during the day, maybe down to 40 at night, which is ideal. And so I'm loving it. Good to be back sleeping in the van. I was doing a little bit of organizing today and realizing that this new setup that I have, which if you haven't seen it, I shared a video a couple videos ago. I'm really liking actually. Um, right now, for instance, I have the laptop that I'm using to live stream this resting on my organizer, and it works really well. There's enough room here that I think I shared this. I can sit up, which is nice, and use this as a table, as a workspace. So this might be my favorite setup so far. And I've got tons of open space underneath my bed still for more organization if I need it. And it's nice. So it's pretty sweet. Oh, hey, Selena. Good to see you. How often do I go camping? Well, I go pretty regularly once the weather's nice, or I actually sleep in my van. So I sleep like some of my best nights of sleep have come sleeping in the van, which is great, especially with this bigger bed. So this year I can't turn my camera around, but I do have a state park pass that I just bought and I got installed here. State parks in Minnesota are amazing. Um, they're a little less. So the state parks in Minnesota have really nice campsites because they're more spread out than a traditional campground. So some of the state parks here in Minnesota, they're especially once everything the vegetation grows and everything and the leaves are all thick and green. Some of the state parks I've been to, you almost can't even see the person next to you, which is great. So they're pretty secluded. They have really nice facilities, and most of them have at least electric and water hookup. Most of them don't have sewer hookups, but most of them have electric and water. Is it big enough for two people? The bed, it is. Um, it's if you're okay with being cozy. So it's 48 inches wide. A normal full size bed, I think, is 53, and I think full size is the one right before the queen size. So it's about 48 inches wide. Um, yeah, the so Minnesota is beautiful, especially in the summer. The thing I'm kind of dreading is the bugs. So I was out on a walk last night, and you could now start see them, flying together. So hey, John, Dodge Caravan. No, this is a Plymouth Chrysler Town and Country 2005, and I have almost 260,000 miles on it, which is crazy. So, yeah, so the bugs are about here, which is a bummer because the mosquitoes get here really bad. In fact, what was that? Heard a noise. I thought a bug came in. So Jay says, "Hey, Jay asks, how do you regulate the humidity inside when you're sleeping?" Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do about the humidity. Thankfully, in Minnesota, it's only a couple weeks. Like just like in the winter, we probably have a couple few weeks where it gets extremely cold. In the summer here in Minnesota, we have a couple few weeks that it's really humid, and so there's not a lot you can do other than a fan. Hopefully, have a shaded camping site, and then leaving some of the windows open. I don't have any screens right now. I'm just gonna get some really cheap ones off of the internet and just use magnets. Probably that seems to be the best way to do it. Oh, water vapor from your breath. I always have stuff cracked, windows cracked. Um, I have things open and it gets the air flowing pretty good. Other than that, hopefully I don't breathe too much. I shouldn't say I don't breathe too much, but hopefully it's not too much overwhelming as far as humidity. So, hey, I just was also want to say thanks for 700 subscribers. If you saw one of my other videos, I think I shared that I'm starting to get ads on my videos, which is a bummer, but there's not a lot I can do about it. I looked at some other articles and different things online, and it turns out I'm not the only one who's having that problem. They said I saw door covers on Amazon. They have a zip down tent window on them, so you can leave your windows open. Yeah, those are amazing. What a time to be alive, where you can literally find just about anything for your van. It's crazy. It's awesome, but it's crazy. Someone else on one of my videos had commented about a company that was doing customizable window shades now. I have been thinking I need to do a little bit of an upgrade aesthetically to my window covers. They're looking a little ugly with just I actually did have fabric on all of mine, but over time the glue wore off. And so I just kept the inside ones off, but I probably need to do something different. I also usually have them in more than I have them out because I like the privacy. Yeah, exactly. I just started using the Amazon app. Have you guys seen that? I don't recommend it if you want to save money, but literally, you can download the app and do a search and have your account hooked up and order things. And yeah, now that I bought the Jackery and my stove, I think I'm good for a while as far as expenses on the van. Although you never know. Actually, I'm doing pretty well. The only thing I would probably need next, the only thing that I do want to get next is a solar panel for my Jackery. I'm not sure if I'll use one of theirs or get a different one. Um, yeah, exactly, Jay. Jay says he's using the Amazon account. It's not good for the bank account, but it's great for outfitting his Volkswagen. That's awesome. Yeah, I forget how many state parks there are in Minnesota, but there are, it's got to be close to 100. I could spend the next 20 years trying to visit them and camp at them. Um, is there any public land? So there's a couple of national forests um, in Minnesota. So I'm pretty sure that those are places you can go and camp for free. It's kind of first come, first serve. There's obviously no amenities of any kind, which is fine, if you have enough stuff on board with you. I should look up. I'm. 'Cause. 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 'C One Let's see. So it looks like there's 3. Sand Dunes State Forest, Richard Dorr Memorial Hardwood State Forest, Rum River State Forest. I guess there's more than 3. That would be sweet to go check that out too. There's one that, oh no, that's a campground. I should look and see which ones are closest to me. I think I know this already. Yeah, Sand Dunes State Forest. It's got some beautiful pictures. I don't know, can you share a link? Let's see. Does that work? Did that work? Did that link come through? Oh yeah, it did. So that's the state forest that's closest to me, and you can look through and see the pictures. Ooh, picture of a snake. A lot of the state, a lot of places in Minnesota have places where you can ride horses, which this one looks like it does too. Have you planned your first trip, or are you out right now? Um, I don't have a trip planned, but I'm not out right now. Sorry if I talk a lot. No, that's fine. That's why we're here, to hang out and talk. Um, there's a couple things that I want to do. One of them being I need to improve my. I just those of you who've seen my video, I just have this blackout curtain, but it doesn't fully black out the front. I need to get that figured out. I was messing around with. There's a little spot for something to be screwed in between the 2 seats. I pulled the cap off. See if I can show this without making everyone dizzy. I have no idea what that was for. But what I've been trying to do is find some sort of screw. So I've been messing around with these because if I could find the right size, which I don't have yet, and screw into that hole, I'd have something to connect to go higher up in my roof, in in my ceiling, and hopefully provide a little more privacy. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. And that's how a lot of them are. Speaking of bugs, there is a huge bug that just landed on the windshield. Looked like a beetle or something. Hey, Beth. Oh, that's a great idea. 100-pound magnet. Sounds like something you could get from Amazon. Jay's watching from Ohio says I saw a mosquito in Ohio last week. It's like the winter doesn't kill them anymore, or they're resilient or something. What happens to us is we have these little. I don't know if you have these in Ohio, but these little what do they call them? Ladybugs everywhere. Mike Van Mike. Hey, Mike. Mike, I think, is from Wisconsin, so we're not far apart. Good to see you. Two 65 hook magnets for like 14.95. Was that for each? I'm guessing. Could check the app, right? So let's look up a 100-pound magnet. Oh, some of these have the hooks on them. Is that what you meant? That's great. Let's see. Up. YouTube didn't like how long that was. Apparently, they limit me being able to put a link in there. That's a bummer. My question then, Beth, is will it can you just attach them to the ceiling then? Is it metal under here? I'm wondering if that's actually metal. Eventually there's metal, right? So the magnet's strong enough to get through the whatever this is, huh? That's a great idea. Great tip. Thanks. Better on horizontal. I didn't even know those existed. Yeah, you have to expose the headliner. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? You guys hear that? That's a huge fly. Speaking of which, huge fly. Yeah, I don't I'm not too worried about putting holes in mine, I guess. Um, I just thought it was convenient that that hole was already there with I have no idea what it was for, but Beth says my van's 20 years old and no longer care. I no longer care. Yeah, that's how I am too. Mine's not 20 years old, but it has 260,000 miles almost. I really need a tire rotation on my van. Yeah, Honda's honestly, Honda does last. I'm kind of surprised at how long this Chrysler has held up. I'm pretty impressed. I know that the last couple of times that I've had it in to a shop, they told me that the oh, what do you call it? Transmission fluid isn't looking great, and they wanted to change it. And I said, no, I heard that's bad to do once it gets bad. You know what I don't have that I really need is a refrigerator. Honestly, I don't know where I'd put it. No thanks, I'm done raising kids. Oh, that's great. That's what I mean is especially garage sales. We're getting into garage sale season now, and people are trying to get rid of stuff. Probably I saw my video, but I got this on Facebook Marketplace, which is awesome. It's in mint condition, works amazing. I wish I knew the exact year it was from. Not a garage sale find, but a Facebook Facebook Marketplace find, right? The other thing is I'm literally about 500 yards away from a thrift store. Tons of motorcycles out today too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is this guy took great care of this thing. It's amazing. It's a rare find. One of the things that frustrates me right now about Facebook Marketplace though is all the people who are trying to wholesale things. I need to figure out how to change my settings because I get all those middle people trying to wholesale stuff. It says new and it's really not. You know where I actually could fit a cooler like that, Stelina, would be in my front. I could put it in the front of my passenger seat, and then I could plug into the 12 volt there. Beth says she has a video of it over on her channel. Sweet. So here's what's funny. I actually go through this phase right about now in April, and it kind of this is gonna sound weird to people that aren't from Minnesota, but I get a little bit sad that it's gonna get hot. I've just grown accustomed to. I'd rather. This is just my opinion. I'd rather have colder than hotter. It's easier to get warmer than it is to get cool, right? You can only take so many clothes off, as some people like to say. See, that's what I mean. 3 amps an hour. That's incredible. That's great. I like some of the titles of your videos, Beth. Shelves installed, battery as a home. This is happening. Come on. That's cool. Let's see some of your other channels on here. Sometimes the chat stuff is kind of annoying. Like I can't just click on people's um, profile and go to their page. If you guys know how to drop your YouTube channel links, put them in the chat. I think that's the way to do it. Because if I click on one of your messages, it says pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, add moderator. But it doesn't just take me to theirs. So if you know how to do your YouTube URL in the chat, drop it in there. Selena says in Oklahoma, it's cold then hot year round. It seems we have tons of bugs here too. Yeah. That's the thing. Like people give me a hard time in Minnesota because of how cold it is, right? And and the snow and all that sort of stuff. But like no bugs bother you in the winter. It's nice. That says she's pretty much sticking to Colorado. No way, snow on Tuesday? That's really late for Oklahoma, I'm guessing. My ideal weather would be 70 during the day, 50 at night with no humidity. That would be like perfect. Yeah, Colorado does seem like the place to be. Can you imagine Texas in the summer? Ooh. So someone had asked earlier if I had a trip planned, and I do actually. I forgot to mention that. So we are going to uh, Florida again at the end of. We're leaving Memorial Day actually. I know people are always like, "Why are you going to Florida right as the summer begins?" But it's most partly because of the schedule. That's when it works. In Minnesota, it's funny because um, there's like a cultural shift in the summer, and because so many people have cabins, they go up to their lake homes, all that sort of stuff. People just disappear basically in the summer. think this is officially my longest live stream, by the way. Yeah, I've wondered about that, calculating solar. Yes, it gets very humid in Minnesota, believe it or not. Online calculators. There you go. Do you guys need a sound machine or a fan or something to sleep in your vehicles? Because I do. I think I already said that, but that was one of the things I tried on the Jackery was my sound machine. Lead pencil. I love it, Jay. This is one of the batteries, or the one of the fans that I have, I should say. It's rechargeable. It's got 3 settings, which is nice. I bought this one online, I'm sure. And it's just a simple USB, so I could plug this into my Jackery and then stick it up somewhere. It was pretty cheap, actually. I think it was like 20 bucks. Yeah, rechargeable is the way to go. The other nice thing is one of my cigarette lighters, I'm old enough that that's what I still call them, stays on all the time. So I could technically have this plugged in to my battery all the time. Yeah, the light I have has this little solar charger on it for my lights, and they're not really the brightest lights you could probably get, but they're plenty for like just having a little ambiance. Age is just a number, Beth. That's all it is, right? Battery banks are neat. I have this one even. It's like a mini version, which is nice. You're fine, Bailey. You're living the dream. Yeah, I should definitely get some more. All right, I'm gonna have to wind it down. My dog's freaking out. I think he wants to go for a walk. Thanks for uh thanks for stopping by, everybody. Yeah, the lights are cool. I actually want to try some other ones that are either rechargeable. Lee from Minivan Lee, she has some really cool ones that are more like little lamps. I need to get some of those. Speaking of spending money on Amazon. All right, I'm gonna sign off. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, weekend. We'll talk to you soon.